We are going to try and hike the length of Proctor Creek today. There's no defined trail here, by the way. You just gotta kind of wing it. But it looks like if we go straight for a while, we will eventually hit the creek. I believe this is either U.S. Forest Service land or it is U.S. Army Corps of Engineer land that I'm on right now. According to my map, it is public though. Oh, spider. All these wildflowers, this is not super pretty. I'm gonna find a place to drop in. And here we are. Proctor Creek. The water levels are really low. That is typical for this area at this time of year. Which is weird because if you think about it, it is actually severe weather season here in Tennessee. However, a lot of these creeks are dry. Mostly though. When there is severe weather, it's only for like a day. And then the creeks dry right back up again. These are mostly... It's pretty neat. It's a pretty striped shirt. And then this is half of one. It's kind of got flattened out, so it probably split at some point. And it travels down Proctor Creek. Oh look! Lots of little tadpoles. So cute. Lots of little tadpoles here. While Tennessee isn't known as the frog capital of the world, they are known as the salamander capital of the world. We may or may not see any today. They're a little easier to find at night. That's cool. Crinoid fossils. So, hundreds of years ago, Native Americans actually used crinoids, which are these things, as jewelry and sometimes as money. So if you're into fossil hunting or rock hounding, definitely somewhere that I can recommend, although I will say this, it does border a school. So I think it's probably best to come here on the weekends. Mostly crinoid fossils. different kinds of jasper and chert. Lots of really pretty chert if you like to tumble with that, or if you like have some cool yard rocks. Not much as far as geode activity, but this is a very wide creek. I don't have stats on how wide it is, but oh, there's some geodes here. Little baby. These are really cool for fishing. This is also like a crinoid type rock, but it's just weathered a bit. So we're gonna put this little geode back. Keep going. Make sure you're on, as I drop it, make sure you're on public land when you rock hound or you have permission. I use the Onyx hunting app. I've had a lot more success with that than the Landglide app. Everybody uses Landglide. I don't know why. The map's really blurry. Onyx is very, very clear. It's very accurate. It's a really nice little hike. Creeks are great for hiking. They're shaded usually. There's a lot more trees and shrubbery. Also, Tennessee doesn't have alligators, so that's kind of a plus. A little quartz chunk, and then here is a little teeny tiny geode. Very cool. Now, what to do if you're ever hiking and you find a human skeleton, or what you believe to be a human skeleton? Back away from it, because at that point it could be a crime scene. It's technically a crime scene regardless, because until the cops get there and do a lot of investigating, they don't know if it was a natural death, an accidental death, a suicide, or a crime. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't poke things. Don't grab bones. Don't touch things if they're stinky or smushy. I don't know why I have to tell people that, but there's going to be somebody who's like, I poked a dead body. Anyway, if you want to go back up to your car, that's okay. Just try to ping that location in your phone, so that way police officers and investigators need to get back to it. They can, and you know there's somebody that's been like, I found this human skull, and then they put it in their backpack. We're getting into a little bit more water up here. I don't know if you can see I've got water boots, but they don't have a lot of tread on the bottom, so I do slip in them a bit. I would recommend bug spray coming down here. There is a good bit of somewhat stagnant water. As you can see, this creek is actually quite deep and quite wide. I think up on that hill it's probably 10 or 15 feet, because I'm about 5'6", so that's about 3 of me if we went straight up to the top of that hill. I don't see any. Something I think is really important when you're hiking, especially in the spring, keep an eye out, especially when you get around trees, for beehives. I carry an EpiPen with me, but even an EpiPen isn't guaranteed. Now, if I wanted to go like a really dry route, I probably could go through the trees over that way. I'll just stay by the water. Less ticks. Always be really careful though when you're walking in the mud, because sometimes You can sink. This is cool. That's a turtle shell. Probably from a box turtle, it looks like. That is a really big bone. If you're in a bone collecting, creeks are a great place to go. Absolutely fantastic place to go. You sell crystals and geodes and stuff like I do. Bones are another really good niche to get into. This is super pretty. The water is pretty cool because it does connect to the Cumberland, so if you wanted a private place to swim, you're doing so at your own risk, but definitely have your own little swimming hole here. So this is what I'm talking about by deep mud. This is getting a little questionable. So when we come to a crossroads, do we walk along the hill or just go through the water? I'm going to go through the water unless it gets too deep because it's a really beautiful, cool day.